Good morning, y'all. This is Deborah coming at you with just a coffee chat. What's on the agenda today? I don't know. I'm sitting here waiting on them to deliver my prepper shed. Honestly, it's not that much of a prepper shed. I just need a freaking shed because my trailer is so slam full of my preps for food and stuff, and it's and clothes. Got a lot of clothes. Um, where I was living, the landlord sold the trailer park, and we were and it just happened right before the virus hit. Um, at the beginning of December, before the virus hit, before they decided to shut everything down, they evicted everybody. But a lot of people decided to stay and fight with the lawyers and stuff. But my husband and I decided not to because I was having to come back home on account of deaths in the family. I've lost my grandfather, and then 2 weeks after he died, my uncle passed away. So I came home, realized that I'm responsible, sole heir of my family's land, that I got to take care of it. So I was like, I told my husband, I said, you know what, we're about to be evicted. We got this land for free. All we got to do is pay taxes. So I came home, put a camper on it. Didn't have to do septic tank, thank God. Septic tank was already here. This is where I originally came from before I went to Caldwell County. Um, I lost my house to a hurricane that came right up the Albemarle Sound and did so much damage to my home that it was beyond repairable. And at that same time, my homeowner's insurance dropped me because they changed the zoning laws in this area. It's now flood zone. You can't get homeowners insurance out here. They won't. They won't do it. So I had no money to back myself up on. FEMA wasn't really all that much help. They gave us $2,800, and we decided to move up towards the mountains to get away from this type of weather, get away from my family, which is another subject. But anyway, once I got everything done, moved up there, we moved into that trailer park. Um, the landlords promised us a lot of stuff. The trailer that we moved into needed a lot of work. They said they would get the work done. They didn't get the work done. So, and we ended up staying there for 6 years, just about. So after everything that we went through, the owners sold the park. We decided to move. Everyone that stayed ended up being evicted. Some asked if they could move down here to my place. I'm like, no. I told y'all to get yourself straight. I told you what was going to happen. Don't sit there and ride the coats of keeping a roof over your head. You need to figure out what's important, especially when you've got kids. There's one couple that had 12 kids staying in a two-bedroom trailer, and they're like, we're going to fight it with the lawyer. I was like, yeah, you go right ahead and do that and trust that lawyer. North Carolina sucks when it comes to landlords. They support slumlords. For years, I've been trying to get my landlord to fix the roof over my house, to fix the flooring. We end up fixing it ourselves. And if you don't have permission from the landlord to fix it and make him pay it back, you're screwed. The money's coming out your own pocket, plus the rent. That's how North Carolina is. They support slumlords. Don't go to the health department, because if you got kids and the health department gets called on the landlord, they will evict you and tell you you can't live there because it is not safe for your children. Got fly. It seems to be stuck in the window. Anyway, back down here on my family's land, buried my grandfather, buried my uncle. That all got done 2 weeks after I moved, and I didn't get to make the funeral. I didn't get down here fast enough to make the funeral. I was like, I am not worried about it. Me and my grandfather got in a huge argument before I moved from down here because of what happened to my house and everything, and he just pissed me off. Loved the man. I'm probably the only grandchild he ever had that cared about him and not what they can get out of him. I gave him $3,000 before that storm hit and destroyed my trailer, and was trying to get him to pay me back my money. Didn't happen. So I told my husband, I said, let it go. That's how my family is. You help them, screw you. You know they're not going to help you. That's how they are. I'm literally the white sheep in a black sheep family, if you know what I mean. I'm the only one that don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't even smoke cigarettes. It's a disgusting habit. I can't stand walking by somebody that smells like an ashtray. I mean, it just, ugh. Over the years, my allergies and stuff have gotten worse. I get in 10 feet of somebody that smells like an ashtray. I'm looking at them. I was like, you need to back up another 20 feet. And they're looking at me like, why? I said, because you smell like an ashtray and you're killing I can't breathe. It's crazy. Spend $5 for a pack of cigarettes. You're only going to get a satisfaction of it for a little bit. Which disappoints me with my nieces. I can't believe they're smoking. My oldest niece smokes. Second oldest niece, actually. She smokes. She also smokes everything else. She lost both her parents to drugs and alcohol, and she's right there, right behind them doing it. It's disappointing. I always thought she would be a better person than that, but it is what it is. I'm bored out of my mind. I'm waiting for this guy to bring this shed. It's supposed to be here about 9 o'clock, which I think it's almost that time. Y'all like Nora's little art there? It's supposed to be our family. All 4 of us. It's a little dark. She's smart. Man, she is smart. Just the other day, we were waiting for the bus to come, and I don't know how we got in this conversation, but the conversation come out as she was talking about the boys in her class. She's like, Mom, I got me a boyfriend. I'm like, you do? She's like, yes. And then she's like, Mom, I got me a bestie too. And I was like, okay, cool. Here's what gets me. She takes 2 snacks to school. What I didn't realize, I thought she was giving her second snack to her boyfriend. Turns out she was giving it to her bestie because he's a little guy and he likes to talk a lot. I looked at her, I was like, well, you like to talk a lot too. She's like, Mom, not like he does. So I give him the second snack to shut him up. Second snack to shut him up. I was like, okay. The other day, she's like, Mom, she was telling me about her boyfriend. She said her boyfriend's a big boy. I was like, oh, he's a big boy? She's like, yeah, he's a big boy. I said, he's nice. I said, does he compliment you about your outfits? Because she's into brushing her hair, getting all prettied up in the morning. If you follow me on Facebook, I'm sharing her photos of her doing this stuff. She's 5 years old and she's, trying to make herself look pretty for her boyfriend. She's like, yes, Mom, he compliments me every morning, tells me how pretty I am. and how nice I dress, and I tell him the same thing back. I said, well, is he ever mean to you? She's like, no, if he was, I'd dump him and find me another because there's a classroom full of boys. That girl's gonna be a heartbreaker. These little boys have no idea what mean women's in my family. And I got a family full of mean women, I'll tell you that. Whew. Anyway, she just cracks me up on that. 5 years old and gets so serious about this mess. Well, she got in an argument with the teacher the other day. The teachers told her she's too young to have a boyfriend. And of course, Nora being her sassy self, she looks at the teacher and says, "No, I'm not. I said he is my friend. He is a boy. That makes him my boyfriend." That's like, the bus driver was telling me about this. She had everybody cracking up. She is so serious. She is so sassy. You can't argue with her. My husband, he's just sitting there, just like, I gotta add some more guns to my collection. I was like, okay. So we're supposed to go to Mackey's Ferry's gun place and take a look and see what we can find here soon. I want to get another shotgun myself. The one I got is okay, but I don't know. To me it feels like a freaking toy. It's light. It's plastic. It's not like my dad's shotgun. I wish I had my dad's shotgun, but my brother and sister, being the crackheads that they are, stole all his stuff while I was busy helping my mom get his funeral and stuff straight. And then while I was busy taking care of my mom when she was going through her stuff, 4 weeks of hell, I'm gonna tell you that. Nobody wants to watch a child die, but you know what? A child don't want to watch your parents die neither. And I've had to watch both mine do that. Cancer is a bitch in the family. So while I'm taking care of my mom, my brother and sister are going into her house and stealing what little bit she has left. That's what I mean by black sheep in the family. What really pisses me off is my mama's sister, her baby sister, another drug addict. She has the balls to call me up the day after my mom dies and tells me that my dad's not my dad. Woman pisses me off. I laid into her. I don't normally cuss. I don't normally get mad, but when I do, don't get near me. I'm liable to get in my car and run you over a few times. That's how mad I get. I black out mad. My husband's only seen me do that once, and he says he don't argue with me anymore. He's just like, yes, dear. Whatever you say, dear. Because I can't help it. When I black out mad, God, you're liable to get hit with something. I've done cracked my rolling pin, hit my brother in the head one time. It was my favorite rolling pin, too. Who knew his head was that hard? And I got a few cast iron frying pans. I'm not scared to pick those bad boys up even if they're hot. If I'm blackout mad, I won't feel the pain. But you are. But anywho, this is getting to be a long video, so I'm going to cut it short. Hoping that guy gets here real soon. And chat with y'all maybe tomorrow, especially since I'm almost out of coffee and I limit myself to a few cups of coffee a day. Right now I'm still on my fast and I can't break my fast until 11, which is something else I will chat with y'all about. I've been practicing fasting and carnivore keto diet somewhat. I still do a little carbs, but my goal is to get full carnivore. I'm noticing weight. I'm losing weight in the lower part of me, but the upper part of me is not so much. I definitely got to get a breast reduction. It's getting harder and harder to find bras, so I definitely got to get that done. Plus, I think it would be a whole lot better on my back once I have that done too. But right now, it's getting harder and harder to find doctors to do all this stuff for. Again, it's another conversation for later. I'm already 15 minutes in. So I'll chat with y'all later. God bless. Have a safe day.